Thank you for joining us today for the virtual Sunday service with the Center for Creative Living. CCL, a charter of the Universal Church of the Master, has served and supported the spiritual needs of its community here in the Bay Area for over 20 years.
Now's a good time. Well, welcome everyone. Welcome. Yay! Reverend Corky. Dottie's not here today. She's not feeling well, so we're gonna champion on.
That's right.
And so first of all, I'm going to do the programs. I mean, I already did the programs, but I'm going to tell you what's happening. On next week, it's going to be Reverend Doti is going to be speaking about listening to your spirit guide. All important. And then on the 19th, it's going to be our lovely Janet Childs, Reverend Dr. Janet Childs, who's going to be speaking about grief in the holidays. And then on the 26th, our wonderful Reverend Pastor Boone is going to be speaking about, yes, I am thankful. That's after Thanksgiving.
Oh, I love it.
And remember that they're going to be doing, we are welcome and invited to come here at the Billy DeFrank Center to enjoy the festivities for Thanksgiving. And that's going to be on Thanksgiving Day. And it's from noon to 3-ish. Potluck. And if you want to bring anything, you can go on the newsletter for the Billy DeFrank Center at billydefrankcenter.org. And there's a number you can call if you want to participate in like cooking a turkey or doing something like that. And I think they might even give you the turkey to cook. I'm not sure.
I think so.
And so, so we're welcome to participate in that. And so if you have time between noon and 3, come on down and have a meal. Okay, then the speaker series for the UCM speaker series is going to be Reverend Lynn Rogers and John Simmons are going to be talking about angel connection, and that's going to be on the 14th. That's the second Tuesday of the month, on the 14th from 6 to 8, and you can find that on Zoom. Go to ucmu-c-m.org and then go up to where it says events, and then you can register by clicking on the registration. If you don't, that's how you get the link to the Zoom meeting is by going to the website, or if you get the email, anyway. So then on the Center for Living with Dying is going to be doing a workshop on November 15th from 6 to 9 on Zoom, and it's grief in the holidays. And so that's something that they do for us because it's a special time. And when the family's supposed to be gathered, and if you don't have all your family members there, or if you do have your family members there, whichever way it goes for you, it can be just a landmine. So it is free, and it's only on Zoom. So it's in the CCL Insights. I will be putting that in next week, and also it's online. It's on our meetup. I'll put it on our meetup, and it's for you can go to the Center for Living with Dying, or Bill Wilson Center, or and you can.
It'd be wonderful if you could call us up and let us know if you're coming, so we know how many. Because we give you a packet online. We'll be emailing you a packet, and we'll be breaking out into groups. So we're going to do some time together, and then we break out into groups and really explore tools that we can develop to help us get through the holidays. So it's kind of like a preparation. It gives you a chance to prepare. So say you're not having a good relationship with your family of origin, right. And that's why I'm honoring. It's not only for death-related grief, it's for all of those griefs that the holidays can make more intense. Yay!
I can remember like 50 years, a long time ago, when my mom was still alive, and I said, they're going to be having this grief in the holidays. Maybe you should go. I mean, she outlived 5 husbands, right?
Right.
And she goes, why? So, well, maybe you have some unresolved issues with grief, and she goes, no?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. And so that's, so there may be things unresolved things that you don't even know you have. And, so it might be interesting to just go to see what they're going to do. Anyway, then on December 10th, the Garys, the Tom and Mary Gary, they're going to start, for 6 months, we're going to have them on the second Sunday of every month, starting in December. They're going to do the service. They're going to bring their people. They're going to, it's going to be their service here. And Dottie and I are looking forward to that. In that, we could actually get a day off. Yay.
Yes.
And not that we don't love you tremendously, but every now and then things are happening on Sunday that we'd like to go to. Anyway, so they're going to do that, and we're going to. We're all looking forward to it, and they're going to be bringing people that's basically of their congregation, and I think that it would be wonderful to meet their charter number 11. So they've been around for a while, and I just think it's going to be a lot of fun and something different. And then also there's in December. I know we have plenty of time to advertise this, but the Bill Wilson Center for Living and Dying is going on December 13th is the Light of Lights. Now, I never miss this Light of Lights. I love the whole ceremony. And the candles didn't show up.
I know.
When I looked at this, it's like, what is that hand?
Right.
What are those oval things? Well, they're the
candles.
The lit candles, but the
Right.
candles didn't show up.
I don't know.
Weird. Anyway, so that's going to be wonderful things that are coming up, and to keep us centered, focused, and able to be the light warriors that we are, so we can help everybody stay solid. Okay.
I'd like to come up and do something for our
Okay.
wonderful Reverend Dr.
Reverend Dr. Janet Childs.
So I just invite us to open up our hands, open up our hearts, and just to send our beautiful Reverend Dottie all of the healing energy that we can. Let us surround her. Every cell of her body, may it be received fully and completely. We love you and send you healing. 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 And we wrap our love and healing around you, Dottie, and just know that you are held in the loving arms of Creator, and that all is well, and we so appreciate you. And so let's take a nice deep breath. Send that out, right? Send that out. Send that out. Yes.
Okay, might as
so
well.
it is.
You have the podium.
Oh, we might as well do meditation.
Meditation.
And I just want you to know it's such an honor and a privilege to be able to do meditation with you. It regrounds me every Sunday that I'm able to be here. It just is such a healing for me. So I want to thank you for letting me do it.
Oh, we love having you here doing it too.
And thank you, Ed, for making me sound so good. So I just invite you, if you can, to put your feet flat on the floor Take a nice deep breath. And just allow yourself to get centered here in this amazing space that we have all created by our presence here. And wherever our Zoom people are, just allow yourself to feel the sacredness of the space and the circle. Just allow yourself to feel the energy from the earth coming up through the soles of your feet. And with every breath, you experience this moment in time connected to our beloved earth and to all of the beings that walk upon the earth. And just allow yourself to feel the energy of our communion going up the soles of your feet, through your legs and your torso, your chest, your neck, circling down into your hands and your arms, circling around in your head. Feels so good. And your face, your ears, your eyes, your nose, your mouth. And then feel it circling back down through your throat and back into your heart. And just let it settle there. Just let it settle there. And now we're going to call upon the energy of our spiritual dimensions, of the universe, to come down through the top of our heads. And just feel that color energy, whatever color you're seeing, let it be there. And just know that that energy is just for you to bring into your body. And feel it gently going down, washing over you, to your head, neck, throat, face, eyes, ears, shoulders, all the way down to your arms, your torso, your belly, your thighs, your legs, your feet. And as it goes down in that direction, feel it swirling around and coming back up to meet the energy that has come to us from our beloved earth. And feel the spiral, the weaving of those two energies in your heart. And just allow yourself to be bathed in this energy. Just allow yourself to be bathed in this energy. Feel it and know it. In my heart I live, I live. In my heart I grow, and I radiate out my heart. Every heartbeat is what I know. And just feel that energy reaching back into time to your past lives, to the experiences you may have had on this earth before. wave of energy healing any wounds, any unfinished business, any struggles that you have maybe held, perhaps for lifetimes. This is our chance, as the energy meets in our heart, for us to release those burdens. And just imagine angels, your guides, your angels, and they are coming to lift away those burdens of your heart. And these are special beings that are here just for you, just for your own healing. And just feel them lifted away so that you are no longer carrying the heaviness of it. As it lifts away, and as you release it, feel your heart being filled with an exquisite light. And this is like a rainbow light of your favorite colors. And it's weaving around you a blanket of light and healing and love. And you know that you can be strong in this earth right now. You can be strong in your life right now because you have this limitless flow of energy helping you to release and also helping you to fill up your body, your energy, your spirit, your soul, your mind with this wonderful rainbow light. And just dance in it. Feel it reaching out beyond your body and your energy, out into our world. Our world needs so much of that healing and peaceful light. My heart opens to the world, and my heart opens to myself, and my heart opens to the universe of infinite light, and it falls on me, and it falls on me, and I am heartstrong. I am here in the world. We are so strong with each other. We are being all that we can be. We are heartstrong, living in the light. We are living in the light. It's flowing like a river. We are living in the light. It is flowing like a river. We are living in the light. It is flowing like a river. We are flowing in the light. It is flowing like a river. We are living in the light. It is flowing like a river. Join We are living in the light. It is flowing like a river. We are living in the light, and the light is flowing like a river. We are living in the light, it is flowing like a river. We are living in the light, it is flowing like a river. We are living in the light, it is flowing like a river. We are living in the light, it is flowing like a river. We are living in the light, it is flowing like a river. We are living in the light, it is flowing like a river, like a river.
Beautiful, thank you.
So I'm just going to introduce Reverend Corky. She is a grounded, deep healing presence for us in our community. She does so much in so many ways through her hypnosis, through her Ebert work with earthbound entities, releasement, and she holds the energy for us. And I think she can be a speaker for past lives because she works with it every day and with many of us. And I just want to offer that Corky embodies love. She embodies giving. She embodies service. And I just would like to say that about her.
Wow, thank you. I want to meet her. Thank you
So
so much.
welcome to our
Thank you.
Reverend
Thank you.
Corky.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Whew, wow. Okay, so today's going to be a little bit different because I'm going to read the first part of my talk. Because my brain wants to tell you everything about past lives and reincarnation, and that would take days. So let's just keep it. I decided this morning when I was rehearsing again, and it's like, you did it again. You know, it just
Right.
like, well, tell him this, tell him that, tell him this. Or, you know, I finish the sentence and it would go, oh, and then, and so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this instead. Okay, so being able to see who you have been and what you have done in your past lives may give you a new perspective into what motivates people and the understanding to forgive them of their shortcomings or bad behavior. Now my brain's doing it. We'll say, or for you to be relieved and being able to forgive, to accept forgiveness and to give forgiveness for people when they behave badly. Okay, I will be discussing the spirituality of reviewing reincarnation and past lives. When you experience a past life, experience the life in between, and then you're living this life now. I mean, it gives you a wonderful opportunity to see that there is a continuity in life. That when you die, you don't just get stuck in a box or whatever, and that's the end of it. No, your soul goes on and on. And that's all I'm going to say about that right now. Okay, because it's I have several other sermons that are going to be talking about, well, why, okay, don't even talk about that. I started working with people, I started learning hypnosis at the Palo Alto School of Hypnotherapy. That's my beginning. And I went to be able to stop drinking because I heard that hypnosis was good for Anything you want to start, you can do it. Anything you want to stop, you can do it with hypnosis. So the deal is well, can I stop drinking? But it did work, by the way. And so the Palo Alto School was just the beginning of my learning experience in hypnosis, because I believe in it so much, and I love it so much. And I truly do believe anything you want to do, anything you want to start, or anything you want to stop, hypnosis is your key. Getting into the subconscious mind and reworking things that are in there is very doable. It's very possible to do it. And I had a guy just the other day say, well, can anybody be hypnotized? It's like everybody all day long goes through the alpha state, and that is that's the brainwave where you can be hypnotized. And so in a sense, you are hypnotized often during the day. And if you know you're being hypnotized, or if you're going into that alpha state, then you can put in that area where you're susceptible to suggestion, things that you want, rather than whatever's on TV, whatever people are talking about around you. It's a whole thing. We'll have to talk about that later. Get back. Where was I? Okay, so so I started researching. If you want to learn about past lives, and if you don't believe in past lives, I suggest you read Dr. Edith Fiore's book, You Have Been Here Before. As far as I'm concerned, that convinced me, and I already believed in it. So, I mean, it's a wonderful book, and it really is clear how it works. Dr. Fiore, when she started writing the book, there was just that. I mean, she's a psychologist, and so when she would see this, and she learned hypnosis at Esalen, it was just kind of a thing, that not real therapists didn't use it, right? But then she started using it, and she noticed that people were going into another lifetime, and describing things that are just in the past. And so she started taking notes on this, and she was a consummate researcher. So she had all these notes and everything, and she put them in a book. And at the end of the book, she goes, I don't know if this is true or not, but this is what I've observed. And it's, I mean, so she's not really trying to convince you as much as she is just telling you what she's observed. And so that, in a sense, gives it, somehow gives it more authority, because she's not coming from a place of, this, I know what it is and now I have to convince you. It's that here's the evidence, and you make up your own mind. And then, I've gone to hypnosis conferences. I've gone to all kinds. Brian Weiss talks about many lives, many mansions. Oh yeah. And there again, he was psychologist, and he was afraid to tell people what he had found, what the evidence that he had gathered, because he said, I'll get barred from being a psychologist, because this is just so woo-woo, that it isn't. How could it be true? And so both of these people aren't coming from a place of, believe me because I know that it's true. It's like, this is the evidence. What do you hear? So it's but there's a lot of information about past lives and about reincarnation, and it's old. They talk about it, in hypnosis is a Greek word, and from the days before writing, probably. But it's because your brain goes there just automatically. It's a space in your brain that's there for your use if you want to use it. Okay, and of course I got Casey. Can't forget that guy. And so, what's the point of learning about past lives? All spiritualist teachers, including the Universal Church of the Master, accept the concept of reincarnation. That's one of the things that differentiates us, spiritualists and spiritualism, from the more traditional kinds of Christianity. And so when people say, do you believe in God? It's like, well, yeah, of course. And do you believe in Jesus Christ? It's like, yeah, that he's a mentor. I mean, he's definitely So he lived and he was there and he was doing things. So anyway, the very short version about is the purpose of reincarnation is to get purified and gain wisdom, so that your soul no longer needs to go through the cycle of birth and rebirth and death and rebirth. Okay, a soul continues to return until it has resolved all of its physical, emotional, and spiritual earthly attachments. And as you can just, there's a lot to unpack there, and we'll do it at some other time, because we're talking about this other stuff. Okay, so in my personal opinion, based on my experiences, many years of past life regression, that if you have unresolved issues, try exploring yourself and to find out what your part is in the situation. I mean, we all play a part. It isn't always just one person's fault. So, it might be somebody that you've known in a past life, and now would be the time to resolve it. Use your tools. And when I was a kid, my family talked very openly about reincarnation. My grandmother would say things like, "That cat acts like Aunt Susie," or she, that a person, that Uncle Joe used to say that. I bet that he's reincarnated from Uncle Joe. So it was very openly discussed. And this is what my mom said, that it makes sense. Reincarnation really makes sense, because you'll take your tulips. During the summer, they bloom. In the winter, they go dormant. In the summer, they bloom and they go dormant. So why would God throw away a perfectly good soul? You've got the soul, so reuse it. And so she was, it always felt like her pets were reincarnated, and that it would come back to her. And so that's to me, reincarnation is, yeah, of course. My mom believed in it, so I believe in it, right? Okay. So I'm going to use some of my past clients as just to let you know what other people have experienced, what people have experienced. Now, this is somebody who wanted to experience the life between lives, and so the story was very vividly. I mean, she was, you could tell she was there experiencing it, and so so here she is. She's a middle-aged woman. She's floating. She's telling me about floating up in the multiverse, and that everything is so calm and so peaceful. And she, off at a distance, she can see a golden light, a huge golden light. And so as she's kind of moving toward it, it looks like on the other side of that golden light is an ocean. This really huge, I know that's using huge twice, but it's big, really big, gigantic ocean. And then as she gets toward the opening, she sees there's like this asteroid belt. So if you can imagine, there's like rocks that are just everywhere. And it looks like it's really hot. And so she goes, I don't want to go in there. Okay, so we wrapped her in a bubble. And she went through, you've got to get to the other side to find out what's happening, because that's what's over there. And so she goes through, and she's okay. And she gets to the other side, and here's this, as far as you can see, it looks like the ocean. And so then she starts to descend into the water, and she goes, this is heaven. This is wonderful. It's cool. It's peaceful, very harmonious, that I can hear, welcome, so nice to see you back. and as she floats, settles in, and it's like a drop of water. Just think of when it rains. When the water hits the ocean, then it's ocean. There's no differentiation. There's no distinction between any particle, any bit of rain is the whole. And so she says, that's the way it is. We're all that oneness. And so it's, so as she started to flow through the openings, and so it's, then she was smiling and she was feeling very happy and very loved and very harmonious. And then suddenly, she says, I'm rising up, back up out of the water. And then I'm being called to reincarnate. And then she says, as I go back through the asteroid, and I'm being bombarded, and I realize that this is in preparation for the Earth's atmosphere and the life experience. And so, and then she sees herself, she's in Africa, she's being born as a female to take over the kingdom. And she says, and I hear my assignment is to struggle, to be killed, to eventually bring peace to the area. And so that was her assignment.
Wow.
And then when it's over, she goes back to that oneness, where everything is one and everything is peace. And it was such a lovely experience. And one of the things that was interesting was that she always thought that she should be a black person. She loved black people, and she says, and to be reincarnated in Africa was such a joy for her. She says, I think this is my first life, or maybe my only life, where I've been white. Anyway, so it was quite an experience for her, and she had a lot of epiphanies with that. Okay, and then another client had this situation where whenever she read about or saw somebody on TV or a movie or something where somebody got cut or stabbed or whatever, she felt it. Wow. It was very painful for her. And so anything with a blade, for her was like, as long as it doesn't touch anybody, it's okay. But so as we started investigating this past life, she'd been killed by knives, swords, spears, shards of obsidian, a guillotine, shards of glass. She'd been sliced up, beheaded, gutted hundreds of times, and it was really gruesome. But these were all times that she felt it, and it was just uncomfortable to sit and watch TV at night. Anyway, and so after all that, we worked intensely to release her fascination with. Fascination wasn't really the right word, because it wasn't something that she wanted, but it was something that was brought to her attention. And then, so I gave her a post-traumatic suggestion that she would only feel cuts if she cut herself. If she cut herself, because then she'd have to tend to it, right?
Right.
So and she didn't have any problem. I mean, and it seems hypnosis is so wonderful. It seems like, how can that happen? It happens, and people report, I no longer have that scenario. I know, that is totally resolved for her, and so hypnosis is amazing. And then I had another client that had a severe fear of someone breaking into her apartment. Now, this is kind of interesting, because it was a young woman who worked in electronics and stuff, and she was very slight. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but in this lifetime that was the case. And she said, she said she's very afraid to be like anywhere at night, but especially in her apartment. That she always took an apartment that was high up and was at the end, so that she only had to share one wall. She just wanted the least amount of not contamination, but she just wanted to be out of the way as much as she could, because she had this feeling that she was going to be broken into, that she was going to be killed, that it wasn't going to end well for her, and she was always afraid that was going to happen. And I don't know if you've ever had this. I can remember as a kid having the random thought that the mafia is going to come in and take us away. maybe it's because my mom was always talking about being part of the mafia. I don't know, that she was part of the mafia. Anyway, so maybe that was it. And I'd watched too much TV probably. But anyway, this gal was just, it was just a very visceral fear, and she just knew it was going to happen. And so she worked graveyard so that she would have the least amount of time in her apartment at night, when it was dark. And so when we did the past life regression on her, it turned out that had happened to her. That a group of men had broken into her apartment and beat her and killed her. And she had been holding on to that for how many lives? I don't even know how many lives. And she was very relieved to learn that it was something from the past and not a premonition of the future. Because that's, you can always, it's just something that I'm thinking is going to happen. And that's more fearful than knowing that it's something that's happened in the past. At least it would be for me. And so getting that resolution. And as so often happens, since it was resolved, she never came back. Or she didn't come back for like 10 years or something. And she came back and she had something else that she wanted to talk about. And I said, I recognize you. You've been here before. She goes, oh yeah, I got over the fear of being in my apartment. And I said, that worked out really well, okay with you? She goes, oh yeah, it was gone immediately. It's like, thanks. Of course, when people are fixed, they don't come back and tell you.
Right. So true.
It's like, okay. Because I guess I expect it to work too. Anyway, and then, so I think that's a case of where you can learn that it's good to differentiate between what's going to happen, the premonition, and what has happened. And sometimes they're hard to distinguish. Use your subconscious mind, do your meditation and things like that to get yourself in that state where you can, and ask the question, because your body knows, your subconscious mind knows everything. Okay, then there was another client, and this was a cat allergy. So this is kind of showing that you can use hypnosis to resolve issues from the past. Now in Edith Fiori's book, You've Been Here Before, she talks a lot about people starving and then coming back as not gluttons, but that they can't stop eating, and they, because they've been starved in a previous life. Now, we've all been killed by, except basically we've all been killed by spider bites, by drowning, by suffocating, and people used to do really mean things to people, back in with witches and things like that, and a lot of us have been witches. And anyway, so, but you don't have to relive that every day, or that you can. That's the good thing about using past life regression, is that if you have something that's fearful or that's causing you an issue, you can resolve it just by going back, saying, okay, I forgive you, you forgive me. This next one is where having the forgiveness resolve the issue. Okay, so this guy I worked with. He would come down to work. He's from Oregon, and he'd come down once a month to work in San Jose. And where he would stay, he had a friend that would let him stay with her. And the friend had cats, like 3 cats. And he found that he was highly allergic to the cats. But with drugs, he could. It was less expensive to buy the drugs than it was to get another place to stay. So, so anyway, and I said, hey, we can take care of this. And so we had a session, and what happened was that he had been the medicine man in a village, and so he was the one who kept everybody well and did all the ceremonies and all this stuff. And there was this kind of an unwritten rule that the medicine man stays in the village. They don't leave, in this case, you don't leave the village for fear of, what if, because they had a lot of wild animals, they're in the jungle. And that they needed him and for him to stay there. Well, his young child had wandered off into the jungle, and nobody knew where he'd gone, and so he just spontaneously went to find, father's love and all that kind of stuff, but it's kind of whatever the villagers needed, that took second place to finding his child. And so he went out there and he found the child was being mauled by a panther, a big cat. And so, of course, the cat goes, "Yum, Dad." and so the medicine man was killed. And then his spirit, it just was like, oh my God, I've so disappointed my people. I've let them down. And so for all this time, his spirit has been remorseful that he did that he was killed and that he disrupted his life with the village and let those people down. So we went back to that time, had his spirit go to the village and admit what he had done and ask for forgiveness and did some ono, what is that? Pono. Some pono.
Yeah.
I forgive you and forgive myself. And just like that, he wasn't allergic to cats anymore. It's fantastic. I mean, it works on a physical level. Hypnosis is it's a miracle. It's a miracle, an underused miracle in my experience. I mean, it proves that life goes on. It improves your life. Anything that you want to do, you can work through it. Hi, yeah.
If the galaxy was so big, why not there be any other planets there? There's probably tons of planets, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Just
Oh yeah. I mean, I believe in that there's a lot more people. We can't be the only.
I mean, we don't know.
Yeah, we can't be the only people in the multiverse. I don't think. I just can't believe that we would. That just seems so arrogant to think that we're the only living things in the whole multiverse. Come on, haven't you watched the movies? Anyway, and so I just want you to know that there's something that can help you if you have an issue, and you can do it yourself. I mean, I'm not doing a pitch, but you can do it yourself. And I mean, all religions have meditation and have prayer, and hypnosis is very much like that. It's going into yourself. I mean, the difference between meditation and prayer is that in meditation and hypnosis is that in meditation you clear your mind, whereas in hypnosis you bring issues in to work on. Yeah.
Can we do it short?
Sure. So what would you like to work on? Just being peaceful?
Yeah, I really need peace. I'm feeling a lot of anxiety.
Okay. It's going to sound a lot like a meditation. Okay. So close your eyes. Close your eyes, take a nice deep breath. I'm going to have you take 3 breaths in and follow my lead. So breathe in deeply. Breathe in. Hold it a little bit and gently release. Now take another nice deep breath in through your nose and release it gently. One more. Deeply, nice deep breath. Let it out. And just imagine yourself gently on a raft. in the ocean. Just very safe. It's very close to the edge. Very safe. Floating. Just floating and drifting. Floating and drifting. And then the weather's just perfect. You can feel a little breeze. It's just the right temperature. And just feeling yourself going down deeper and deeper into the mattress, that air mattress that you're on. And just feel yourself becoming one with the mattress, feeling so safe, so secure. And then the mattress begins to rise up, going up. And you're safe, very safe. It's very secure. And you're rising up. You go. Safe and secure. Up you go. And you can see the ocean. You can see the beach. You're up about the same level as the birds now. Excuse me. And feel yourself continue to rise. Up you go. And you can see the water in little, like maybe we're in Santa Cruz. And up you go. Until you can see kind of the whole coast of California and Oregon and Washington. You're going way up there. Continue to rise up. Going up into the multiverse. And just feel yourself drifting and floating. Drifting and floating. Very safe. And now any issues or any problems that might be concerning you at the moment, just let them set aside. Just set them aside. This is a time just for you. Just for you to be peaceful, to be one with you. Allow yourself this opportunity to be one with you and your spirit and creator and your guides and your angels. And allow that to happen. Allow yourself the grace to be one with your Maker, one with the great Creator, and with your guides and angels who protect you. And now you can say thank you to them for being there, for you, keeping you safe, keeping your thoughts safe. Just allow yourself to be one with your spirit guides and your angels. Just be one with the universe. Because there is only one. You don't want to be separate from your Creator. You want to be one with the Creator. Now as you begin to come back, you can feel relaxed. You can feel so peaceful. Anytime that you want to do this, you want to be peaceful again, you can get on your raft and just go up into that peaceful place. But right now we're coming back, bringing all that peace and all that harmony with you, and all that oneness, and gently landing back into the ocean. Feeling totally whole and oneness. Now you can open your eyes, gently open your eyes, take a nice deep breath, and just feel yourself here in the room.
Oh.
Okay, how about, is that okay? Okay.
I'd be okay.
Feel better? Okay. All right. That's about it for us.
Wonderful.
So does anyone want to do a closing prayer? Anyone? Anyone? Come on up. Yay. And introduce yourself and give it to us.
And then we've got to do the basket.
Basket. And while you're doing the prayer, we'll pass the basket. Janet will pass the basket, in fact. Come on up.
Hi.
There you go.
Hi.
Hi.
I go by Maurice.
Maurice.
Transgender.
Welcome.
He, him. Let's do a prayer. Pray on the other side of the world. Things get better. Pray the children will get saved and the war could stop. And whatever crisis they're going through, it will get better in time. This Sunday is beautiful and my mind's clear, but just know things will get better and let's hope the best for them. Amen.
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 Hallelujah.
Right on time.
Thank you. That's wonderful. Great. Oh, that's me. Okay, everyone. So that's our.
Shall we say our little blessing?
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Giving to the
Ministry from which we
I
have
received my
spiritual support and
nurturing
nurturing is an affirmation in consciousness of the truth that Spirit
is the prospering power,
in
enriching every area
of my life.
And so
Dang it, it's
so
true.
is. Yes.
Okay, thank you everyone for a happy Sunday and be well. Did you have something you want to say?
No,
No, that's
just
it. And be well.
There are Zoom people having.
Thank. Oh! Do you have any questions, you all out there in
Zoom
the ether? I wonder what that means.
Okay, at some time in the past, hi Ed, I still have a wretched post-COVID cough.
Hoodoo.
Guess who that is? They come about 30, 40 minutes to get up.
Oh, so that must be Kevin and Donna.
Say hi to everyone for me, please.
Hi, Kevin. Please get well, and Donna.
Sending healing.
Yeah, definitely healing to y'all.
And Christine C., happy Sunday. Sorry I can't be there. My dog is not well at all.
Oh.
Sorry to hear
Dog
that.
energy.
So we need that dog energy. Yeah.
And then from Joan, good morning.
Good morning and happy healing. How you doing? I hope you're healing well and feeling well and healing well. Yes, both.
And from P&J, Patty and Joyce, thank you for the wonderful service. Great talk, Corky, fascinating and beautiful meditation. Love the meditation and song, Janet. We send our love to all and healing. Okay, Eileen, I'm going to mute you. Let's see where it's at. Or did she mute herself? There she goes. Okay. Let's see. Love the meditation and the song, Janet. We can't say it too many times. We send our love to all and healing prayers to Reverend Doti.
Thank you.
And then from far away, but not that far away, Lauren, love the talk, Corky. That hypnosis was just what I needed today, too.
Excellent. Thank you.
And
You're welcome.
Teresa spoke in all languages and no languages all at the same time. 3 vibrant red hearts. 1, 2, 3. Body, mind, soul.
All right.
That's my outlet. But she sent 3 hearts. And back to Joan. Great talk. Opened up many ideas about past life experiences. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
And Sky, sending Dottie lots of loving healing.
Thank
I
you.
love you, Corky.
Thank you. I'll let you know. I'll let her know about. I don't know if I'll. Yes, I'll let her know all of that.
That too. And then from Eileen J. Beautiful, Corky, and everyone. Thank you so much for each Sunday. Sky just gave what I would have put in. Have a great day, everyone, and I'm gonna type in bye.
Yes, bye. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for attending. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
There's coffee in the
Yes.
kitchen, if you want some.
You.
Thank you, guys. I'm so glad you're here.
Glad we're here.
Yes, indeed. Whew.
Beautiful. You did such a
Thank you. Thank you,